Hello and welcome to this playthrough of Factorio, where I am building a megabase on Earth. I am using a mod, Cities of Earth, focusing on the Old World Hemisphere. My goal is to reach 10,000 science per minute with a rail-based design. The resources are set to maximum size and density, and biters and pollution are turned off. The mod list is shown in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch channel, High Speed. Please come visit me there. Questions and comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I like that idea. What am I going to do about this? I want you to be connected here. I think I want that on the green wire so that it doesn't, they're independent. But I don't know that I can do that. That puts that in a centralized number. That means I need to have you connected to you. Thanks, Mango. Appreciate you stopping by. You can use the lurk command to see a video of my cat. Good. That lets me have that control. Yeah, but you won't know this, will you? You won't know this because I put you on the green, and everything here is coming across as the red. So you would have to come there. All right, well, let's test this. So we're going to set this to 2. So if I put 20 or more in there, that should shut off. Except for I don't have 20 because I put them all in here. But that's okay. I know where they are. I'll go get them. Yoink. I was just considering for a moment whether I need to connect these two sides, or whether I'm okay with this rockets continuing to launch, and I'm going to keep them separate. Yep. You should be disabled. You are disabled. Good. Put that back so it's back to what it should be. So I'm not going to connect this side and that side. I'm not sure why. All right, so that was the thing I missed that I wanted to do. Now that chest and that are set by this. And maybe someday I can control the rocket launches through that too. If I decide I want to do that. I should bring the idiots in, but they're so annoying to deal with that I just don't want to. Managing their inventories and whatnot. Spooters. Hi, Bob. So I have to keep moving away from what I want built so that they'll actually build it. I saw that video too. Lucky for him, he had a camera where he could look out. That's pretty rough. But then again, I've also had brooms fall in awkward places like that, around doors and chairs and stuff. And I've learned not to let brooms do that. Life's little lessons. I've also had delivery drivers from delivering packages to my house where they literally put these 20-pound packages marked heavy in front of the door such that I cannot open the storm door. The door opens outward. They put the package in front of the door. I do not understand that mindset. Lately, they haven't done it as much. They've put it on the other side. Wow, I'm short on belt. I thought I had enough belt. Okay, so that's a challenge. Who has belt? Like him? Like him. Not smoking. That is not outside the question. Because I order my cat litter through Amazon so that I don't have to carry that stuff out the store, even though, put it in a cart, take the cart to the car, load it in the car, carry it in from the car. Or, and I'll tell you what, the one person that delivers, one of the people, the person who does it right, she is big and not fat. She's the kind of woman that hatches linebackers for football teams. And she doesn't seem to have any problem carrying a package of kitty litter, a 40-pound pack of kitty litter, and a box with 2 things of Monster in it up my driveway. She doesn't pull up the driveway like a lot of drivers do. It's like, whoa. It's impressive. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce your name. So that's SCRU 8Z. Screwzy. Screwzons. Screwzone. Scrub Zone. Oh, that's for a B. Okay. Well, Scrub Zone, welcome. I'm sure you've chatted before, because I didn't get a message that said this is your first time chatting. But I never figured out how to pronounce your name. Well, in that case, let me give you a hello. Like him, where the heck are you, man? Jesus, still got a long ways to go. So is this thing working now? Because not this. Green circuits were being a problem. Alright, you're unloading. I will allow it. Your destination is full. Well, you shouldn't have come here. What don't you have? Copper cable. See, now that's bullcrap. Oh. Oh, that's so painful. I need a spot of landfill. Before you go, I need you to take a signal. If you don't already have one, I think Rails has signals. Yeah, you do. Okay, good. Alright, I will acknowledge that spiders are good here. I don't have to go all the way up there and fix it. It eventually gets fixed. That train eventually releases. Are your rail unloaders a 6x2 balancer? No, they're 4x2. Most of my unloaders look like this. Kind of hard to see with the train there. Most of them look like this. It's 4 filter inserters, and yes, the wires are crazy. 4 filter inserters into chests, and then the chests each go into a hard side load balancer, and then they go into a splitter. Now the loaders are 6s. So when I'm loading things, I want maximum bufferage. And I normally would have loaded on both sides, and I would have unloaded. Yeah, the copper cable is different because of spacing. Because copper cable assembly fills a belt. One of these fills a belt. Right? At this pacing, one assembler fills a belt, and it bothers me to build this whole infrastructure. I would be building all of this just for, one unloader and one loader. It bothers me, and it's kind of sluggish. So what I did is I altered my basic design to feed a solid belt to one side, a solid belt to the other side. Normally it's a 1/6 loader and a 1/6 balancer, but I needed to go with a 2/6. But a 2/6 is actually 7 tiles wide. The balancer for a 2/6 doesn't fit here. It's this wide, right? It's actually 8 tiles wide. So what I did is I stretched it out. I put it down and then I stretched it to be a little longer so it would be more narrow. And that resulted in this relatively funky looking 2/6 balancer. And I couldn't have it wide because it needed to fit between the power poles to load the wagon, because the wagon's only 6 wide. power poles right next to each other, I couldn't share that center spot. Okay. Logo time. Not seeing a great place to put a single logo. I really didn't like putting multiple logos. Nope, don't want it there. I don't want it there because there's a chance that in the future I have to shift this. Because right now I built all of this on a power pole grid, and then these power poles come in here. There's a chance in the future that this power pole lines up on this side, because right now it's here and it interferes with that. So this exit lane for this science train always is going to be near a rail line and therefore always near power. So there's a chance that this spot could become, or anywhere in here, anywhere between this area, could become a destination for the connecting power. So if I put my logo there, there's a chance that I build over top of it. So that causes me to think, okay, I want to put my logo on the opposite side, so there's no chance I build on top of it. I'm good with that. Wiring looks almost good. I've got a couple I need to clean up here. No. Stop that. Alright, let's load these up a little bit. See what happens. Clear out some space so I can carry more stuff and things. You are going to be low density structures, so... So it just occurred to me that Michael Jackson's use of hee-hee is the equivalent of a musician saying, yeah, yeah. He overuses it quite a bit in some songs. It's also lazy songwriting. He did hee-hee like no one else. The king of hee-heeing. So I need all of these rocket fuels, and I want to move this, so let's do both. Could not have done that. Uh-oh. Here it comes. I must have programmed it with no auto launch. Good. What we're looking for out of this launch is to see that it empties out science before it finishes reloading the rocket, or some estimate thereof. Alright, so we're at about 60% empty. Alright, we're at 50% empty now, and we're at 27% full. So I'm confident that we'll be able to empty this out before the next launch. So 4 inserters is fine. So 2 inserters might not have been enough. 3 seems to be the actual required minimum. And I'm out of rocket control units, and that's fine with me. Also, what? What the effing what is this? Well, that was 3, because this is in the wrong place. That's hilarious. So 2 might be the required number. Well, don't do that. Stop doing that. There we go. I fixed it. That's where you are now. All right. I think that's the new rocket facility. So let's see if I can find a place to blueprint that. I think it's this. No. It's this. Today's the 20th. Alright, can't wait to build the next one. That completes this. I'll go turn those back on later. Right now, I'm going to leave them broken so that they don't fill up in case I find another critical failure. That's a lot of balancer work I didn't need to do. That's alright, I learned. I like the result, a little more square. Be back in a minute. That's monster time. Hi, kitty cat. Look at that. A non-smoking train. I don't know why smoking hasn't redeemed today. It would have been convenient while I was looking at this smoking train. But no, he didn't click the button. He doesn't like my content anymore. I almost lost track of the train. You saying suck it up, cupcake? Is that what you're saying? Two 521-863. That's a good color. That's true, smoking. And interestingly enough, last night when I was looking at my code, also thank you, yoink. I was looking at my code for vehicle sticker, and I was looking at my code for say, which is a text to message on the screen integration I've written. I think I can make it so that a follower, when I get a new follower, that it will automatically put their name on a wagon. Because now that I've changed train sticker to vehicle sticker, I can target wagons. And I've got a lot of wagons. And so what I'm going to do is have it randomly pick a wagon and just stick the label on there. The sticker. I'm pretty sure I can get it to work. All right, I guess build Silo Complex Africa is done. Redesign Rocket Silo Complex stations. And then build Silo Complex India. And I might as well build Silo Complex. I don't know where it's going actually, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Russia. I mean, this is technically Russia, right? Although I'm probably going to build it here. I want to reserve this for purple science. I'll just hop off it. Bam. I need the rail spider back here, though, because that's the one that's going to build my... As I recall, there was a bunch of stuff I needed to finish over here that I never did. Yeah. Oh. Grabbed the wrong one. So we're going to start building over here somewhere. So what I'll do is I'll send this train up to about here in Prague. And I will send little Zoe over here near Prague. And eventually I will get there. And I am going to get a ride on Lycum as he goes back. And I'm going to send Pax over to where I'm working, because it can help out. What does Pax have in its inventory? Oh, you've got a bunch of stuff in your inventory. Wow, cool. As a matter of fact, Pax, you can help finish this. And I'm going to have to update that blueprint as well because I don't like the way it behaves. Because I actually want these up here so that when I put it between rails, it's the way I want it. I have a tape measure. I could be a god. Well, do you have a tape measure? $390. What did I do wrong here? Why are you there? Yeah, that's fine. Gosh darn it. I wanted to get off the Lycum train way back down here. Oh, good, Pax. You're doing as requested. Yes, I got a long walk to go. Oh, son of a dog biscuit. I left all of my stuff in the chests down here. stupid. I gotta go back. It ain't worth it. I'll go get it later. Oh well, click this button. Unclick this button. Give me that back. Give me those back. Whatever. Click this button. Hey, Stock and Unstucker here. I forgot about you guys. Useless. Alright, so this is a rocket silo complex. All of the engineering is done. What a beast. Let's hope the server can handle this copy-paste. Yeah. That's this thing. So I want to get down to here. Close enough for me there. I want to get that curve. And need to get the steel processing. No landfill. No radars. I'll have to figure that out myself later. Wish I could edit this thing, but there it is. All right, so now I need to make a copy of that with, this is where I phase it in, right? Okay, yeah. So each of these needs to be replaced, updated with a replacement of this, but I don't want to lose, I don't want to have to recreate it from scratch. So I can't update this and then do that without a bunch of lag and issues like that. So what I'll do is I'll copy out the name, delete the blueprint, and then copy the other blueprint on top of it. So make a copy of this, which is still laggy. Paste it here. I should have just saved the other one. But this is just power poles and roboports. So I'm gonna but this is kind of a waste. It's not really worth it for me to do this now that I think about it. Not fully. Because I'm going to be replacing all these electric poles with these substations and all of these designs. So I have a bunch of redesign work to do. So this one's going to be rails and stations. And I'm specifically putting the rails in front. This one should not have rails on it. So it makes it very heavy. No, I think I'm fine with this having rails. I don't need to babysit it that much. I think I screwed that up. Now I'm going to go over here and transfer the contents of Zoe to the useless ones and let them go build or fill in those other things. Good little guitar solo. Send Zoe back. Send you down here, because supposedly none of these have been satisfied. That did pretty much nothing, but they'll catch up eventually, I'm sure. Forgot I did that. Totally distracted on what I was doing. All right, so this is adding belts, chests, brick, and lamps. Oh, it's 34,000 rail. Jesus, what have I done? Belts, lamps. Lamps are probably a bad idea because they're just going to complain, but so we'll leave the lamps off for now. Because lamps aren't totally necessary here. But if I do the rails, I really need to do the stations because the stations have the wires in them that I need, plus all the combinators. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do different than what I'm doing here. So we're not gonna do any rails here. I will try and make sure that every RoboPort is powered by a substation and not a medium power pole. Maybe. But I'm also going to eliminate so many of the medium power poles here that maybe that's not an issue. So we'll make a copy of this. And we'll change this. I don't need the lamps for it to be functional, so we're going to leave those off. But I do need all of those combinators. Now we're going for belts and lamps and stuff, and rocks and things. I think it was belts and chests. Probably going to do inserters here as well, but maybe not at 24,000 belt. Probably going to be sufficient for me to keep. Cool. And then I'll do another one with just fluids. And then the final.